Peace. Frak Hoffa!
What's poppin'?
What's good, King?
What's good, 3? How you been, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
Quite good, man. Can't complain.
Can't complain. Let me ask you a question, brother. This is your first battle since disaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. So would you consider yourself a full-time battle rapper? What do you consider yourself? I
Right
consider
now, man.
I consider you jack of all trades with the
Thank you.
music, battle rap, and the skits. Go ahead.
Hey, and I appreciate your support on all fronts, bro. It means a lot that you stay in tune on all the shit that's going on. But I consider right now I'm a professional rapper. So I'm a full-time rapper right now. I'm doing music, I'm doing battle rap, and I'm doing cartoons with Ilmac. So and the cartoon shit has become like kind of a career, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping we can get into this later, but I'm hoping it can become a path for a
Let's
lot
get
of
into it
battle
now.
rappers.
Let's get into it now. What was Ilmac and you, and when you guys got to the table and decided to go this route with the cartoons? What was the conversation like?
So it's actually Ilmac started it. It's Ilmac's baby. I hopped on later. I think he had a homie who worked for like Adult Swim. His name is Andres. He's like done animation on Big Mouth and like a bunch of cartoon shows that are super fire. So he was tapped in, a big battle rap fan already. So he understood the movements and like, you know, how to benefit battle rappers. And Ilmac's like, let's fucking do a cartoon. And then I hopped on because I had a connect who was basically putting a bunch of money to get Trump out of office. So I brought him into the table being like, okay, cool. Can we do some cartoons? Because this guy was like super into hip hop. So we did battle rap cartoons that were political during the election. And then since then, Ilmac has been in this deal with like different TV networks and they just kept falling through. And Ilmac is a very picky person with his, you know, passion project. So he wasn't trying to give away his dream thing because he really believes in it. So eventually he found this Web3 shit, basically the NFT shit, where he can maintain ownership of the project and get it more like it. So it's the crowd is funded, involved, everyone's working together. So that's basically where we're at with it now, is we're doing this shit ourselves and trying to make it a movement within battle rap culture.
Frak, how can I say this? Are you surprised people are receptive to it? Other companies and maybe the culture itself? Were you guys reluctant? Were you guys skeptical and worried that people would not be receptive to it?
Yes, very. And honestly, we still are. You know, NFTs have a bad rap right now because a lot of them have been scams, and some of them have been trying to be basically, you know, been $1 million projects that end up doing nothing, you know. But what we're trying to do is create one that is the opposite of that, is like authentic to battle rap. Like we got B-Dot in the first cartoon. We got, you know, Thesaurus, Eddie I, fucking Ichi, like all these people involved who are from the culture. So we're trying to basically make it so anyone can be involved in battle rap and that the fans can feel like they're building it with us and that it represents that the culture that they know and love. You know what I'm saying?
So how long you guys been doing in talks about doing this though? How long is the conversations behind the scenes before it came to fruition?
Honestly, it's been like Ilmac's probably been working on it like half a year, but he started this in 2018 with Ketchup Mustard. So
Ketchup Mustard, right.
So it's been like 4 years, but we've been really like going hard at it for like 4 or 5 months. And the live event with that, like they're like, we want to throw some battles, was part of that, because it's like, if you own this NFT or you own this piece of art, we want you to be able to go to these events for free for life. We want you to be able to go to you know, watch all the events for free, like have all these benefits. So we wanted to throw, before we even asked for $1, like let's throw an event like with fire battles, Frak, Danny, Big K versus Jay the Nightwing, and like premiere the cartoon so that people can experience what we're doing before we ask for anything, you know.
So are we gonna have another event, you think, this year before the year's out?
Yes, there's gonna be one in. We got to get you there, bro, because I think it's going to be in New York in June.
In June? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How, for you, though, when Ilmac came to you, I'm pretty sure, or proposed the situation to you, how did you feel at first when he came to you about the cartoons and stuff like that? How did you feel?
I mean, he knew I've been a fan of Ketchup Mustard and Cat Dog.
Right.
So it's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. Because I'm like, bro, battle rap, like people love battle rap. People love two things being opposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just in battle rap culture, there's so much slang you need to know. There's so many inside jokes. He's talking about his mom. He's talking about Calico's dad. Like all this shit that you don't, if you're not in the culture. But the format, two things in opposition to each other, duking it out, like that's something that everyone loves. So to me, it's like a no-brainer. Like this shit is everything we're gonna do is viral. Like we got Method Man to play Mustard. Method Man picked up the phone from Ilmac. Ilmac had never like interacted with him.
Crazy.
He just DM'd Method Man like, bro, what do you think of this? Ilmac picks up. Method Man's like, Ilmac, I'm in, bro. Say less. Like this shit's genius. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the type of shit that it's a no-brainer for everyone because it's like hip the highest level of bars with the highest level of entertainment value. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow, that's crazy. How did you like the first event overall, though?
It was good, man. It was a really good vibe on the West Coast. Like everyone there was like down to watch music. Usually battle rap fans, they see the battles are out, but everyone's down to watch music and watch the cartoons and listen to Ilmac's little spiel. So it was cool. I think the battles were, you know, could have been better. Like I when I saw those matchups, I'm like, that's three classics. And I think all three of them were like kind of one-sided. Actually, J and K was pretty close. And Thesaurus Lou was close too. It's just like there wasn't that energy that I thought was going to be there for them. And, you know, obviously Danny wasn't himself. But it was still a really great event. I loved it.
Right. So how did you, I thought Big K, I gave the Big K 2-1 over the over Jay the Nightwing.
That's how I scored it too. I think Jay was just really quiet. So honestly, in the event, it was hard for me to hear him. And I think he does that on purpose to kind of be dramatic with his delivery. But it was hard with no mics. It was hard to really hear him. So I got to watch it back before I can really judge it. But I thought his third was crazy. And I thought Big K was like, I was one of the best Big Ks I've seen in a minute, to be honest.
And what did you think about Thesaurus?
Thesaurus Lou was really fire. I thought Thesaurus won clear, but I heard Lou's shit before. So I was like, I knew how good it was. It just was like, that first battle, we tried to put it on a stage. Ilmac wanted to do it different, where there's like a screen behind and a stage and make it kind of cinematic. And unfortunately, it didn't work for that vibe. Like the LA kind of West Coast vibe, we needed the pit and the energy in the pit. So they kind of suffered from the environment, to be honest. But both of those dudes are crazy writers.
But like you said, it's the first event, though. You know what I'm saying? You learn through the kinks.
Exactly.
You go through the kinks and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let's talk about your battle, though.